resizing images in terms of size in centimeters or inches and resolution. And we'll do this using Bridge and Photoshop. Okay, first things first, let's find an image. So I'll open up Bridge. So I know my images are in Pictures, First Year Group Shots, Studio. So we'll pick a nice image here. This one's quite small. We want to cut away some of the black or the white space. So I can see it's called Camera 050126 and it's a JPEG. Over here we have our info about how it was shot. We have an aperture, we have a shutter speed, and we have an ISO. But down here we see that it is huge in terms of pixels. Remember, a laptop screen is 800 pixels wide, a desktop is about 1280. So these are 5000, that's kind of big. And it's 5 megs at 72. Okay, so let's change this. I'll double click and it opens it up in Photoshop. So I'll go up to image size. So here we can see it's actually 53 megs when it's opened up, which is really big, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click off resample because I want the resolution to be 150. This is because we will actually be printing this out and I want it to be of a decent quality, okay? So I changed that when I've clicked off resample. Now I'm going to change the centimeters. So I'm going to click on resample here because I don't want all of this to scale. So we can see it's 51. So if I make this 20 centimeters, it's become 2.5 megs, 2.66 megs, okay? So I don't want to replace this file, but I'm going to say OK for the moment. And I'm going to blow it up so I can see it a bit closer. I'm going to use the magnifying glass. And I'm going to go into my crop tool and I'm going to grab the corners and I'm going to come tight on the box because I don't want all that extra. We can also see it's a little bit crooked. So if I go to the corner, I can choose to straighten up a bit. Now this doesn't always work, so be careful when you're doing this. And then I double click and it makes that change. Okay, so if we go back into image size, we can see it's a really nice size. It's not too big. I'm going to cancel that, but I'm going to save as because I don't want to replace the really big high quality one. So now I'll call this box with light and I'm going to give it 20 centimeters. So we now know what size that is. And I'm going to put it in my folder here for printouts. Create. So now our box will go in here. It's a JPEG. That's perfect. Save. And here we get to change the size again, but I'm going to leave it at maximum. Okay. We're done.